Moshe, we are right now discussing the laws with the switch. Remember the switch? Huh? Can you put down the switch or no? Whenever the timer is off, can you put the switch of the light off for the timer that whenever it's going to kick in, turn on, the electricity will not turn on? Can you put that timer off or no?
No.
So according to our Torah, Yaakov, it's allowed. According to our Torah, it's allowed. Because at the moment that you put down the switch
Switch will turn on or off?
turn off whenever the timer is off. Because at that moment you're not doing anything.
How are you not doing anything? Ты же выключаешь его.
Нет, там такая это есть, там случай.
No, the timer.
А я нет, у меня камеры нет, я не знаю, что такое.
No, we're talking in the case there is a timer. The timer, manual timer you can put.
Manual.
And this timer turned off the electricity.
Я выключаю.
Later, it's gonna turn on. Now I don't want it to turn on. Can I put before it turns on? I'll put the switch down. Can I do that or no? So says Ravadi allowed.
You're not creating anything.
Because you're not creating anything. Good. That's as far as turning off. What about moving muktzeh? The switch is made to turn on or off.
No muktzeh is connected to the wall. Wall connected.
Turn on or off.
Это Тора говорит, не можно, да?
No, это все Rabbanan. Все законы мукtzeh the Rabbanan.
Рабанан.
Rabbanan. All the laws of muktzeh, Rabbanan. So now,
Откуда они это
Можно, да,
взяли?
а ан нельзя.
huh?
Откуда это они
Оф
взяли?
можно, ан
I
нельзя.
can't hear you both. Сейчас, Yaakov. Что вы говорите?
How to make this move?
Chachamim, we learned it in the first class. We're almost finishing the topic.
I know. Learning, but...
So again, повторение мат-учения. Скоро к папе уже пойдем, уже мать уже.
Папа кто будет?
So, Halacha says the reason why Chachamim established muktzeh is because if you allow yourself to carry anything in the house, you might forget and to carry it outside the house. And outside the house, no eruv, not allowed to by the Torah, Reshut HaRabim. So Chachamim put a fence, not to allow inside the house certain things. Yes, certain things.
Yeah.
No. Hamidim. Это было первый класс. Now, Yosef, what's your question?
Оф можно, он нельзя, да?
No, you're allowed to on or off. Question is right now, not about the timer. Timer, we're not talking about playing with a timer. This we already spoke yesterday or 2 days ago. Right now we're talking about moving the switch down. Switch was on of the light. Do you know in the house you have the light switch? And you have next to the timer. The timer controls the electricity that comes into the switch. Whenever the timer is off, can I put down the switch or no?
Yes. Yes.
So we learned yesterday, yes. Why? The reason we said there is no issue of muktzeh, what was the reason? Kikirov? No, not talking about the playing with the timer, talking about putting down the switch. Because, Jesse said it, because attached to the wall. Something attached to the wall, attached to the ground. No laws of muktzeh. Ronnie, remember? Attached to the wall. No laws of muktzeh. Says Rav Aryeh, hold on a second. We said, can a person wipe himself like it used to be back in the day with the grass? Huh? Well, why are you moving muktzeh?
Soft.
As you're going to wipe yourself, you're moving the muktzeh.
Connected to the ground.
So we said because connected to the ground. So we see that the attaching to the ground doesn't have to be very strong.
Бefore חוזה אחר סטורו וגם. אותם פשוט.
там пошел.
Чего он там?
אוקיי. נשדד שבו.
לא, там что-то было у него.
ברשות מוריי ורבותיי.
שמיים.
מאיר ג'ון בית. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו. Okay, so yesterday we learned, what about the bucket? Yaakov, I want to take water from the well on Shabbat, Kalojit. I have no rope near to. can I attach the vineyard? Can I attach to this? This is my rope. Oh, Arkady John, shalom aleichem. Shehayanu уже надо сказать, no? Shehayanu, Vikimanu. Happy to see you. In another word. Yaakov, this thing he has to attach to the bucket or no? No, такие люди так не сидят, ближе сидят. О, молодец.
I know, but I don't understand that question. What is the rope? Where is the get rope? Kalod is what?
So, do Shabbat, this guy wants to attach with a rope, bucket, in order to take water from the well. Allowed or not allowed?
Before Shabbat?
Da. Can you do it or no?
Why not?
Why not? Before Shabbat you say why not, right? Good. Shabbat, Utram, he goes in the morning, he wants to take water with that thing. Allowed or no?
On Shabbat.
I don't know.
It's already attached, tied, everything before Shabbat. He wants to put it inside the well, take it outside the well. Allowed or no?
For what is water? Just to
Water, wash his face, netilat yadayim, whatever he needs.
I think allowed.
Почему не
Huh?
стоит?
I think
So
allowed.
it says halacha not allowed.
Not allowed.
Why? Because that rope, it's made attached to the tree. So you are considered to be using the tree. So listen, this is below trit fachim. That vine, Tarzan Boriboy asked, that vine is lower than trit fachim. Didn't we learn that if the tree is below trit fachim, the laws of muktzeh, the laws of using the tree doesn't apply. So why is that not allowed? You know why? Because of muktzeh, there's two laws. One is don't use the tree on Shabbat. That this is only above trit fachim and up, restricted. Below trit fachim and below is not restricted. But there is another law. What is that second law? Muktzeh laws. Attached to the ground. We just said that there is no law muktzeh attached to the ground.
But it's not attached now.
We're talking when it's attached. Gemara said we are discussing a case that is still attached. And yet what we all said?
But Rebbe, isn't it designated before Shabbat? You already designated.
Doesn't matter, but you're still using the tree.
It's like a rock. What's the difference?
So true. Can I designate something that it is attached to the ground not to be muktzeh or no?
You don't even have
For a rock, you can. How can you?
Huh?
you don't even need to if it's attached.
So we should have said that's attached to normal part of muktzeh.
Even easier.
So if we see that the Gemara said that's because it's muktzeh, why the switch? You say no problem. You're allowed to put down the switch. The timer is off now, huh? Put it down. Why? It's attached to the wall, Rabbi. Didn't you learn something attached to the wall? No muktzeh, huh? Oh no, attached to the ground. You say muktzeh. What we answered this, Meir? Remember? We gave an answer to this question.
You cannot use the tree.
All
Huh?
of it is saying,
Depends on the status of the muktzah.
Very good. Tell us.
If it's gufo, then attachment on its own does not help designation.
Very good. Kol
all of
hakavod.
it you say, whatever
All
attached to
hakavod.
the ground is a muktzeh, all of it. You say that.
Good. It's no muktzeh.
No, it's attached to the ground.
Attached to the ground, no muktzeh. Not muktzeh, no muktzeh.
To the ground.
Da. That's what we say. You're allowed to move the ventilator, the fan in the house when it's plugged into the wall. We have no problem to move it.
Right, in the wall.
Right?
What about the ground?
Same thing. Wall, ground, ceiling. Бехо? Мне все нажимали так, хотели так пить.
Я успел проверить, что творится хаосу в Торе. Изучают Halachot Shabbat.
כל הכבוד בכל. Finally! доехал до всех. If so,
А какое семя они были там?
Проверяющий.
בכל, наш шпион сюда. шпион сюда.
Но там они сделали Лишмат.
לעילוי נשמעת, כן, נגד כולם. So now, Becho, if it is attached to the ground, we said the laws of Muktzeh should not apply. Why the bucket with the rope that is, it's not a rope, it's a vine, it's attached to the ground, why it applies? So David gave us a good answer. Tell us, David. We'll learn there is different levels of Muktzeh. Different levels. If it is on the strongest level, the highest level, называется מוקצה מחמת גופו. Then attach to the ground, detach from the ground, farchashnes. This is the highest level of muktzeh. Hamesh mumkines.
Вот, Рав, я чтоб вам не забыл тфилин отдать.
Now, if it is not on the highest level, for example, switch. Bechor switches on the highest level, or it's in the middle level. Where is this located? Middle. Remember why? Because it has a usage during the week. On, off, on, off. It has a purpose. It has a kli. Since it has the name kli, it's not considered to be a highest level. That's why, if you have a pencil, where is my pencil? I had a pencil here. Fell inside. Here. If a person has a pen on Shabbat, can he move that pen if he needs a space or no?
Yes.
It's muktzeh. Shabbat.
Because you can use it for the other purpose.
I don't want to scratch my back. I need a space of it.
Yeah, also.
If you can scratch the back, you can move it.
I don't want to scratch the back. My back doesn't itch.
If it's not muktzeh to scratch the back, it means you can move.
So remember, Becho's second reason.
I mean,
You're
place.
saying one reason.
If you need place.
Also,
can
if you
take-
need the
Space.
space of it, it's considered to be לצורך מקומו, for the sake of the space of it. There's no issue neither. Hamidim. So we see the level of muktzeh. What if I have a piece of branch
Or height level. Branches
on the
before.
table?
Branches before.
It
Branches.
fell. I sitting outside on the picnic outside. Bayan Achos Yosef, strong wind, pach. Piece of wood fell from the tree on my table.
Branch has no use.
Now I want to pick it up regularly and move it. Can
No,
I do
you
that or
cannot.
no?
Before.
Shabbat, Yom Tov, can I move it or no?
Before.
Huh? Not allowed.
Oh, but Yom Tov has a purpose.
So what do we see? Huh?
Yom Tov has a purpose.
Oh, what purpose he
What's
has?
the purpose?
You have to designate it before Yom Tov.
Before Shabbat.
How did you learn? Shas Kohen came, he's going to teach you. He's сторону его возьми, отдельно поговорить.
But I don't understand why the vine is, if you designate it before Shabbat,
Shmuel. Yeah?
if you designated the vine to be used as a rope.
Oh,
for
now David
Shabbat,
is going to hold my chair and give you an answer.
Because it's connected to the ground.
Even better.
David, hold my chair and give him an answer. Remember who said that line?
It's a gufo.
God told to Moshe, hold my chair and give him an answer.
It's a gufo. It's the highest.
Give him an
The rock is
answer,
also
B'chavod.
good for, right?
Huh?
The rock is also good for. You designated for Shabbat. You're allowed
Huh?
to use it.
But it's not connected to the ground.
כן. אמור להם תשובה.
Even more so.
וואו, איתן?
Even more so.
בלי עין,
Over here,
בלי
it's
עין.
different. When it's
Over
connected to
here,
the
it's
ground,
different.
it's
כל הכבוד.
before is the problem.
Happy to see you guys.
Rebbe, if it's connected to the ground, it's the opposite. It's even a stronger case for Muktzeh.
You don't let David speak. The only guy I told to touch my chair is David. I don't know why others speak.
Bachov,
Answer the question.
Yeah.
So basically, if it's gufo, the attachment on its own does not help. You have to do something more.
Oh.
You have to designate it permanently and then do a permanent change or some kind of alteration to the object.
Remember?
So that's the next step.
Spoke about this, that if a person wants to right now use a rock,
you
Bechor,
have to chisel it.
there is a bar mitzvah boy.
Yeah.
He wants to give a lecture, but he is below Bima stay level. Его не видно.
Камень поставить
He wants to go outside before Shabbat.
doesn't matter.
He said, this coming, לשם ייחוד קודשה ברכוש חינכי. תחילו חים וברוכים ותחילו לחדשים י"ק בו"ק בחודש שלי בשם כל ישראל. הרי הרק הזה, he will be my stage of Shabbat. Can you use it or no?
Yes.
No,
Why not?
because that unusually things
Oh.
in a Shabbat mumkin.
כל הכבוד בכור. You said a good answer in halacha,
But what
in
if you-
English, אתה вообще
What if you
это.
chisel it, Rabbi? Rabbi, what if you chisel it?
That's not a problem before.
It's a double пятерка вам сегодня.
Just change its form.
That's
And you
good.
designate it.
What we said, something that is, we already said בכור. גופתים כה, עם תוך. Amen. So, what did we say, Tzion? That something that is unusual.
Right.
Over there, your mind not gonna change that what it meant
You
for.
need to do some material.
Over there, you need to make an action.
Right.
If you take a branch, when was the last time, Bechor, you saw, not in Bukhara, in America, you saw somebody takes the branch from the tree, uses it as a door holder. When did you see this?
Don't see.
Huh? Before Shabbat, I say, this branch should be my door holder. Meshoyone?
Yeah, unless if you change it.
Prepare
Unless if you
write
change
it
it.
on it, everything or
No. Said,
Okay, branch you can change. Well, how the stone how you can change?
if you can
Chisel
change
it.
it, make something to it.
Chisel it a little. Chisel.
Make something to it. Put a certain rope, put a certain thing, a certain bound. How do you say? Babochka? How do you call this?
Bantik.
Bantik, yeah.
People use a rock for the door holder.
Not door. What did I say? The bar mitzvah boy is below bima
for the
stage. He
boy.
cannot. He wants to say pick a lecture, but he's not gonna
You can use
reach.
chair.
Chair, yes. Yeah, chair, no problem. Because chair has a purpose,
People stand.
kosher purpose to sit on it. You want to stand on it, pazalusta. But the rock is piece of rock, piece of garbage. You understand? Since it's not something that meant to be used, and you want to make it used, now you have to make it used how people use it. No, Rabbi, I want to make a special way to use it. Oh, special way. You gotta make a special treatment, Habibi. That's against the rules. That's not what. It's a common thing to do. Bechor Famidim. Very good. Next.
What's the page? Lanani?
Yeah, David Bachavod. Hold the chair.
12.
Yeah.
Will a stipulation before Shabbat permit to move any muktzah, and what is the source?
So now, Bechor, a question to you like this. We learn over here that there could be muktzeh that is still attached to the ground. It's still muktzeh. Why we say something attached to the ground, no muktzeh? We see over here, this vine is attached to the ground, and it is muktzeh. Oh, Bechor! את אפשר פחתן אל הג'יבס. שמו שפיון קרדט, עוזר מה בשמו עוזר, מציא מה בשמו.
Ne špion na gaire.
Закрыли.
Закрыл, да, потушилось все.
Before the time or after the time?
No, I turned on by itself before. I got scared. I
does it.
unlock on a BMW. First time the car turned on,
The training car, yo.
at the end.
Только тебе дай разговор, только дай тебе разговаривать. Бля, айнара.
Train the car. No?
If so, Bechor, listen to this. Says Rav Ovadia,
Farmaceutic.
even if you will say that the laws of Muktzeh applies to something attached to the ground, I have another solution. What's another solution? Says we learned in the laws of Muktzeh that you can make a stipulation, condition, условия, that whenever I will need to use it in a kosher way, I'll use it in a kosher way. Example, Bechor, if I want on Shabbat to move candles when they are on, can I do that or no? Why not?
Burning it.
The whole Shabbat when sunset, the whole this 15 minutes, it was on. After 5 hours, candles turned off.
Muktzeh.
The candle turned off.
Doesn't matter.
What's halacha?
We'll go by Ben Hashmashot
You
status.
can't touch it.
Why not? Bechor, why not?
Because before Shabbat, it was used for the light. After his light is off, still muktzeh.
Say better. When Shabbat came in, it was muktzeh. Remains the whole Shabbat muktzeh. So the break point at Shabbat comes in. What's the status? Ben Hashmashot.
No,
Right?
but we don't put candles for Ben Hashmashot.
Of course, you put before.
We put before.
At Ben Hashmashot, can you move it? Is it movable?
Why not?
Because you're going to fluctuate the fire.
But it started before.
True.
You're saying,
7
you're saying
p.m.
if
Shabbat
it's
comes
on,
in.
If it's on.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
At 7:05, your wife lit it at 6:30.
Right.
At 7:05, can you move the candles or no? Not allowed to. Why not?
Has to be
Because it's going to fluctuate.
Has to be off.
I let it fluctuate. No, it's Doraita. And now maybe it's already Shabbat. Safek Doraita. Lechumra. So since on Ben Hashmashot you were not allowed to move it, no matter what, the whole Shabbat it remains muktzeh. Nachon?
Nachon.
Says Rav Ovadia, look what the halacha says. If you make a condition before Shabbat, whenever the candles are going to turn off, I want to move it over there, over here, whatever I want. Can I do this condition or no?
Yes.
Says halacha, yes.
Why?
Because the whole problem is, at Ben Hashmashot you say, I don't intend to move it. I cannot move it. So that status quo remains the whole Shabbat. But if you say, listen, now I cannot move it because it's on, that mindset, I don't want to keep for the whole Shabbat. Whenever I will be allowed to move it, I want to move it.
No problem.
No problem.
Next.
Wait.
If so, listen to this. Take that concept, says Rav Ovadia, and put it for the
Switch.
switch. You say, hello, whenever that switch, can you put it on in Ben Hashmashot? 7:05 Shabbat, 7 o'clock, 7:05, you want to turn it on. Can you turn it on or no? Let's say it's a yellow light. Can you turn it on or no? Can you move it from off position to on position in Ben Hashmashot? Солнце село 7 часов. 7:05, can you put on off the switch or no? On, can you put it on or no? Why?
Shabbat is
Maybe Shabbat came in. 7:05, maybe Shabbat came in. So at Ben Hashmashot, you were not allowed to move it. So something you're not allowed to move at Ben Hashmashot, like the candle. Even when it turned off, timer made it off, candle oil finished. After it turned off, what did we say? If you make a condition that whenever it's going to be off, I want to move the candles. Can I do that or no?
yes.
So says Rav Ovadia, even if you say that this is muktzeh, when it's attached to the ground at the time, at the switch, I still have a way out. What's the way out? Tell people, tell your wife, tell yourself that I have in mind whenever the candle is that the switch is going to turn off the timer, to be allowed to move the timer.
What do you mean to move the timer? You mean to move the
To move the switch.
switch?
You need to have that in mind, or that's just like an extra step.
Says Rav Ovadia, if you want to cover all opinions.
All opinions. Okay.
Because it's machloket, the laws apply of muktzeh when it's attached to the ground. Apply or no? It's a machloket. We see, it's not everybody agree that it doesn't apply. We see some chachamim said, Rav Ovadia Yosef, you're wrong. You tell people, no muktzeh b'mechubar. I'm sorry, there is a Gemara against you. What, you didn't learn this Gemara? Rav Ovadia Yosef finished Shas at the age of 14. At the age of 16, he finished second time with all the Tosfot. So he definitely learned this Gemara, Masechet Shabbat, the second volume of Gemara. Brachot and Shabbat.
So what did they do after?
Reviewed it,
With more
of course.
There's
Shulchan
Matzarin.
Aruch, a million of things to learn.
There's Matzarin and there's what?
There was so much more for him to finish. In the middle of the 6th volume, he goes over from this world.
Yes, Matzarin.
6th volume of Chazon Ovadia is very thin. Why? Because in the middle, Rav Ovadia passed away.
Wow.
Means to say he had so much more to add.
So why is it?
At the age of 93,
Why-
all of his life he studied Torah day and night, and there is more to add.
Why
But
it's not good?
you
Wait, he wrote it, or it never got published, or what? Or
know, he
never-
wrote it,
So why did
but he
it
didn't
get
finalize.
published?
It is published.
Even after
Volume
he,
five.
even after he passed away? No, the one after he passed away. Or he did. Oh, you're saying he didn't get the chance to write it?
As he was writing,
Writing,
volume
that's fine.
6.
Ah, so
In the
then-
middle of volume 6, his neshama goes to Bedin Shel Ma'ala.
Sometimes they finish it, then they publish it after. They
Means
die.
to tell you that at the age of 93, day and night this person learned from young age Torah. There was more things to add on that book. He wouldn't write a book for 100 pages. You don't write a book for 100 pages. At least him, his books are 30, 50, 400, 500 pages. So in the page 150, be'erech, he goes already Yeshiva Shel Ma'ala. Means to tell you that there was much more to add. אתה מבין? How much time is valuable and what people do with their time, Rabotai. You have to ask yourself what you do with your time. Every one of us have to learn the Torah, have to review. Ask the guy that drives me here and there, Gabriel, what do we do in the car? We get into the car, so what we learn today? Review. I asked him questions, he asking me questions like this.
We used to do
You
this all the time with the rabbi.
review all the time.
In Forest Hills.
Yeah. Without that, Rabotai, the information comes in and makes a U-turn and goes out. He doesn't even go through the other ear out, Mayor. Parking is too expensive to go crawl through.
Now we're doing it in Hollis Hills, not Forest Hills. Hollis.
You made too expensive.
Yeah.
We only go up.
Okay? From the forest, we went to Hollis.
What's after Hollis? Great.
Aaron et Bechor. So now you understood that before Shabbat, when a person makes a condition that I want to put down the switch, when the timer is going to be off, is he allowed to put down the switch or no?
Yes.
Why? He's moving muktzeh.
He make a kavanah.
Kavana. Bechor, question number 2 for you. I have a small kitchen. My plata is plugged into the wall. Motzai Shabbat, I want to take out that plata from the timer. I want to take it out because my wife wants to cook on the gas. On Shabbat, Yom Tov, you're allowed to cook on the gas. Alo, ba'alon, from fire to fire. Nachon? Good. Now she cannot do it if she will not remove the plata from the timer.
Right.
Can't you do this on Motzai Shabbat at Yom Tov?
If it's off.
Если она выключенная, можно.
Oh, why можно?
Because it's off,
So what off? What about muktzeh?
но из мукцы already
Почему
кавана.
не там же у вас есть тайминг, когда шаббат выходит?
Good.
и другое это
Good.
закон,
Shabbat off.
сделали.
At Motzei Shabbat, it's off.
If you do kavana,
Can I move the plata, pick up the plata, put it somewhere else? Can I do that or no? I move muktzeh.
You already knew you were gonna do that. You knew you were gonna do that.
But you're saying Motzei Shabbat.
You knew
Motzei
you were
Shabbat
gonna
at
do
Yom Tov.
not you knew.
Everything
You
attached to
have
the
to
ground,
do-
Huh? So Meir says, Rabbi, it's attached to the
You
ground.
have to do condition.
But Habibi, we have a Gemara against Rabbi Ovadia Yosef. How Rabbi Yosef came out from that problem? He said, no, that's a strong level of muktzeh. Maybe you're right, maybe not.
So,
If you make
Says
condition,
Rabbi, I'll give you another reason to come out of the problem.
what's the problem now?
condition.
Make a condition, machshava. That whenever Shabbat comes in, tell to yourself, I plug in right now that plata. Shabbat, I'm going to use it. After Shabbat, I'm going to move it.
But this, if in small apartment, this is by default, because you plan what are we gonna eat. So then you say, okay, I'm gonna remove it, and then
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. But that what saves you? Not only the fact that it's attached to the ground.
Condition.
Also, the fact that your intention is to move it. Famidim. So people that right now are gonna go to the clock, bechor, you know you have in the bedroom that clock that has the red numbers. Bitki odam to bitki. Huh? Goes right into your eyes.
What?
Digital clock. You gave us, well, Kikir over here, digital clock. Nice. No. But at night, we're not going to see that. Some people have in the bedroom red letters, red.
red's not good.
Once you detach plato, it's become muktzeh.
Hold on. So right now, this guy is Pashol Spat, the numbers right in his eyes. Can he turn it around?
Yeah, it's connected.
Отвинуть может, а отключить нет.
No, not cheat. He wants to turn it around.
Yeah, it's connected.
For the light not to go into his eyes. Can he turn away the lights or not? Huh? Well, why yes? Why yes? What about the Lord of Muktzeh?
It's connected and it's a low profile.
On
one.
Shabbat.
No?
You can
It's
move
connected
it
and
Why, Bechor?
make the designation
What about
before
Muktzeh?
Shabbat.
because you need space to sleep.
Space to sleep. It's not on your bedroom. On your bed, sorry.
This is something you
It's
don't
on the
Bother you.
closet.
You don't really.
Bother you.
You don't
So
really
okay,
put that
good,
for
good.
Shabbat.
Say something
It's
better.
there already.
On Shabbat.
I don't know.
And
So why I can move Muktzeh for Onek Shabbat?
No, why not?
I have cash on the table. Onek Shabbat, I want to move I'm allowed to move the cash.
If it's
That's
bothering
not
you, no?
that's not a joker.
Joker
You know Joker card? It's not an Onek Shabbat doesn't take out everything.
It's not. It's not.
Somebody tells me today. What did he say? I don't remember. He was singing. Hazanut.
Me.
He's asking me. B'chol Shabbat. He's asking me, Rabbi, do you know this makam? Singing Shkakota makam. I said, I think I know. So I say, yeah, it's this makam. It's a joker. So what do you mean? I say you can plug it anywhere in the tefillah. Kaddish, Nishmat,
Oh,
everywhere
yeah.
here. מלכי צורי אל כביר נשמת כל חי יתגדל
Yeah.
נקדישך ונריצך. It's anytime you're stuck in the middle of the tefillah and you don't know which makam to put, take out the joker.
What's the original?
I said, what is joker? He said, in cards there is something called joker.
Yeah, enjoy. Oh, no, no.
What?
What's the original? Is this? Where did it come from? The original Makam. What's the song? Or you don't
That's the
know?
song. מלכי צורי אל כביר. You can Google it. It's a nice song.
Is the pasuk? Okay,
No. It's praising God. מלכי צורי. My God is my strength. אל
Show me
כביר.
Payom больше.
Yeah, we have need no time. We have
We
to
went
sing.
through all the songs in the Siddur.
We need bigger sidurim.
Jesse, bring one.
So now, Bechor, this light that is in your eyes, can you turn it around or no?
Yes.
Why?
Bother you.
So what bother you?
What? You cannot see.
So if your wife bothers you, you can also turn around.
Why not?
Bechor? Arkady, what's the answer?
Something that's asur, you should be able to move it for the space of it.
What space? I don't need the space of it. I'm not gonna put my hand, my pillow, nothing over there. It's on the tumbachka next to my bed.
Its body or for its face.
For it,
Body or for its face.
body, I don't need the body of it. I don't need the space of it neither.
Alarm clock.
To be there.
Huh?
You need it to be the other way.
The other way. So some say it's considered to be space, but what about the other opinions that says it's not considered to be space?
The body.
Space is when you put something instead of it.
For John, it's connected.
Ah, so first of all,
It's
Bechor,
connected
the right answer is because it's connected
to the,
to the
ground.
wall.
Yeah.
Is this count as connected? It's very loose. Tuck comes out. It can still be connected.
Конечно.
Where'd you get it from, Bechor? Where is the proof that this light connection called connection?
Grass. The grass.
Huh? Very good. What we learn about the grass?
You can wipe yourself.
Shulchan Aruch says you go to the field back in the day,
You can walk on it.
and you're allowed to wipe yourself.
No, why?
With your hands, you move the muktzeh. Stop себя видели. Why is it allowed? Bechor? What about using moving muktzeh on Shabbat?
Идешь все разный грас. Один же.
What's the answer? It's attached to the
That's a
ground.
higher even level.
How hard it is to detach it from the ground? Very easy. As maybe easier than to unplug the fan or the electricity from the wall.
That's the level of gufo, much higher. That's the highest level.
Right. And still we say attached to the ground,
Not muktzah.
no problem. Remember? Bechor, can you give me another answer? Why is it allowed to move this watch, clock? Give me another answer.
Can I give you?
Yes, Kikiro, give us.
Because you.
Big need.
Big need, and therefore
No,
what? You're allowed
because
to
you-
violate the Rabbanan for big need.
No, because you.
What is
use
the-
it- No, because you use it on a regular days. Because you use it on a regular days also. So
What?
it has a purpose.
Why,
You
what's
use
that?
it on the regular days.
And therefore?
Therefore, on Shabbat you're allowed to do it.
Why?
Huh? Because it has a purpose.
So you wanna say
regular days.
you wanna say it's like the switch that we just said.
Yeah.
That it's not the highest level. It's Klisha Melachto le'isuk.
Right.
If we'll qualify it as le'isuk, that's another debate. But let's say we're gonna go with the most stricter opinions on every single one of those halachot.
If it's going to be stricter, then you have to do the kavanah
Oh,
before Shabbat.
that's what I wanted you to say.
That's the only way.
If you wanna move your fan, your heater, иногда ложится спать, тебе ноги были мамро холодные. After 5 minutes,
It's not the regular way.
печка,
Окно закрой.
very hot in the next to your bed. You want to turn around the heater. Can you do that or no?
Yes.
Why allowed? This is electricity.
Kick it.
You have two
Attached to the wall.
Oh, that's one reason. Another reason, before Shabbat, have in mind, I want to move my fan, I'll be allowed. I want to move my oven, my heater, I'll be allowed. I want to move Cheki Bosha. No. One time, for how long? For 1 year is enough.
Anywhere. You go to your parents' house.
Yeah. 1 year, Kavanah, enough. You know, one time, Bechor, on Shabbat, my wife in the apartment used to put the apartment small, small. She had no room there to put the salt. The salt was on top of the oven.
Salt?
Salt. Now, I don't remember, it was Shabbat, Yom Tov, I don't remember exactly. Karochi, what happened? Something fell behind, either the salt, either something she needed. Now the oven, can you move out on Shabbat, Yom Tov?
connected.
Can you move out? Need to move it out, it's heavy. Need to move it out. And it's electricity, it's gas.
It's connected.
Can you move it out or no, Bechor? Huh? What will be the halacha? Mashiach John. In the oven was salt over here on top. Box of salt. During Shabbat, that box of salt fell behind. Now the lady wants to put salt for salad, for eggs, for everything else. On Shabbat, she wants to move the oven. Not she, obviously. I'm going to come to do it. Can I move this on Shabbat or not?
Yes.
Yes.
I want to move that oven away from Shabbat. Why allowed? Why you say it? Why allowed?
Connect it.
Kavana is attached to the wall.
What cover?
You see? Whatever we learn over here saves your shalom bayit.
Да, это правильно. А у нас заблуждение заводителя.
So that's why Yaakov on Friday, doesn't have to be Friday, could be now even.
Does it happen on
You
Shabbat?
have in mind until next year.
You didn't know it was
Which Adar? Aleph or Bet?
Kavanah once a year you do, he said. That's it.
Everything plugged in, everything to move.
Regular. That's
Shvat. Because the next 12 years, 12 months, what is going to be? Shvat.
On Shabbat? I have to do
Until next Shvat. I have in mind everything attached in my house to the wall. Everything allowed.
Opa, what the
Все
hell?
умеет
My
населили
house.
сейчас.
But you need to know.
That's good.
Not just, I'll end up in Connecticut hotel somewhere and everything will be allowed.
Until Kol
Has to be realistic.
Until Kol Nidre, we're fine now.
Goes until Rosh Hashanah when you do cancellation. Why?
It doesn't have to be Rosh Hashanah. Anytime.
Why it says
When is
3
Shvat?
years?
No, that's not a neder. Rosh Hashanah, we nullify nedarim. Here you done, it's not a neder.
So until next Shabbat.
condition.
Why
Until
one
next year.
Why
Until next
1 year?
year.
1 year, the Gemara says it. Once a year, you can nullify, have in mind for everything else.
It's not because you do it the beginning
Just
of the
according
year.
to
for the whole
Katan?
year.
No.
But if you don't have this kavanah and you end up in this situation, you are allowed.
Oh.
Allowed to rely on the lenient opinion that says attached to the wall, no muktzeh. Sure. That's the lenient opinion. But that's debatable. Right. You'll rely on the concept, safek de Rabbanan, lekula, it's debate. So you say, I want to follow the lenient opinion and the Rabbanan restriction. So you have whom to rely on.
So what you do? You
This
move-
clear?
You move the oven, Rabbi?
Yeah, I
And
moved the
then you
oven.
push it
Yeah,
back.
you're allowed to move the oven. Yeah, you push it, obviously push it back.
Because he made the kavanah. For everything that's attached to the wall is allowed to move.
Now I'll ask you a question.
For the whole year.
Move it out.
Yeah.
You do debating, consider be attached to the wall, muktzeh,
Move
okay.
it back in.
Move it back in, allowed or no?
You're preparing.
What's the difference?
Huh?
You're preparing?
Bechor?
What's the difference? Can you tell me?
Bechor? Move out the oven. You said okay, attached to the wall. You need the salt, Shabbat, salad, palat. Put back the oven, you allowed or no?
Even more so because it's
problem?
comparable to the case
Why allowed, Bechor?
with something is dangerous outside.
No, the oven I don't use. Shabbat, kako use the oven.
אם היא תעבור בזה, she can hit her epic over here
Bosa Bechor.
to prevent
In
harm.
your kitchen, in the middle of it, the oven is going to be out. How comfortable your Shabbat is going to be?
Not comfortable.
Not comfortable.
And she can get
So
hurt.
this you move because you be'emet need the space. Allowed or no?
Even more
She
so.
can get hurt also. She can get hurt
That's another reason, yeah.
if she tries to go in between. It can hit her
Yeah.
right here.
Rabbi, is this only for your appliances that you can move? Or your relative's house, something that happens to them?
Shion, answer him.
They have to do that.
B'diavad, if you didn't make the stipulation, you're allowed to move.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Got it? Okay, very good. Next.
We finished.
Huh?
Shabbat,
In English.
Shabbat, you're sitting on the table.
By the way,
Rabbi side, no talking, no talking. Hello, please. Bechor is speaking.
You in the Shabbat table, you want to go to the bathroom. You go to the bathroom, yes, whatever you say, you have to wash your hands and let the yadayim and sitting at the table.
Emet.
I say over there like this, I say it was back days, now nobody do this. Say, how come?
This is Rabbi David Yosef. He lives nowadays. Rabbi David Yosef's night или нет?
Yet, Paka.
Пока нет? Скоро познакомитесь.
Because our bathrooms are not the same bathroom. That's
Rav David Yosef says on Shabbat, Yom Tov, that you don't have 100 blessings. Requirement, you need more blessings. You're allowed to rely on Shulchan Aruch. That says all the time, Shabbat, Yom Tov, Chol HaMoed, doesn't matter when. Your regular days, coming in the middle of the Sudah to the restroom, when you come out, you have to wash your hands. During the week, we don't do it. Why? Because we have 100 blessings. Shacharit, Mincha, you pray, you have more than 100 blessings. But Shabbat, Yom Tov, that you're missing on the blessings, you will have much less. You rely on it. That's Rav David Yosef is חצי ים פשטות.
Wash for bread or regularly?
בקבוצה.
ג'ון אמתי.
בקבוצה. וואטסאפ.
What?
Not for bread, right? Just after the bathroom. That's it.
After the bathroom, in the middle of a bread meal. Even if you end up coming out of the bathroom and you don't want any more the bread. But since you're in the bread meal, you have to say bracha al netilat yadayim.
Next.
From the bathroom
I
washing
don't
or the kitchen
understand.
washing?
It doesn't matter where you want to wash. Whatever is kosher to wash. Certain restrooms are kosher to wash inside them. הנה, דיברתם, לא הבנתם. That's what happened.
אתה בוא לפה, חגי ג'ון, מה אתה
What did I tell you? Bechor is speaking. Bechor, tell them now. Tell them.
בכור איש חי.
Повторение говорит сделать. Передача повторение.
Шаббат, вы сидите дома, у вас гости, закрыта поляна, вдруг вас потянуло number one, number two, whatever.
Number 3.
Да, хотите вернуться за стол. Вы должны руки помыть и сделать бараха или отъедаем.
Опять?
Yeah.
Second time? Second time?
Само собой. Чтобы сесть за стол, продолжать кушать, вы должны для отъедаем сделать.
כל הכבוד, בכור. Where did no amotzi, just על נטילת ידיים. בכור, where did you learn it? Where? Here. When did you learn it?
2 days ago,
When? What time of the day? Morning or evening?
evening.
No, we learned them together in the morning. That's why it's important to come in the morning classes over here and on the evening classes over here.
Foundation, Rabbi.
Foundation. You need to have 2 pillars.
Pillars.
Shacharit, shiur. Arvit, shiur. You have to be this way, Rabotai. That's your schedule of the day.
Вот это называется 24 часа изучения Торы.
Emet. When you start in the morning to study and you come again in the evening, during the day you're forced to work, you're forced to put your kids in yeshiva, you're forced to all the situation. Hashem says, in my eyes, you learn the whole day. If you came in the morning and if you came in the evening. That's a bechol, 9 o'clock to 10 you here in the morning, 9 o'clock to 10 you here in the evening. Says the Zohar HaKadosh. הנה, התחלנו.
Nobody called me.
זוהר, אין עכשיו, לא יהיה זוהר.
100 барахот шаббат.
That's it, I know how to sell him.
Questions tomorrow 9 a.m.
Шаббат уже меньше говорит бараха. Чтобы это вас вспомнить, 100 барахот, на Йом Тове, на шаббат.
איי, 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 says the Zohar הקדוש. ובו מבואר כי צריך השליח ציבור הקורא בתורה לדקדק, להגות ולומר את התיבות בשלמות ולא בהבלעה ובחיסרון. When a person, Rabotai, reads Sefer Torah, the Baal Koreh that reads Sefer Torah has to make sure, says the Zohar, to read it very carefully, every dot, every letter, every pronunciation. ואתה תצווה אל בני ישראל.
Yisrael.
вот сейчас читать будем. וברי בוודאי עינון שלו חיה דציבורה. צריכים כד קראן ספר תורה דיחתכון מילין. Whenever you read the ספר תורה have to be read clearly. ולא יאמרון לו בהלעתה. It should not say, непонятно, что он читает. Look what he says, the Zohar. Whoever reads Sefer Torah bilhal ata, listen what the Zohar says. כאילו בולעים את התיבות, והווה כערב רב. You know what Erev in Hebrew means? Why Erev, evening, called Erev in Hebrew? Erev Tov Gavalat. Why Erev?
Darkness.
Huh? Bechor, do you know why?
What?
The word Erev in Hebrew means mixed. Ta'arovet. The root of the word Erev, it means mixed. In the daytime, you see everything clear. In the nighttime, you don't see clear. It's mixed.
Salat.
That's why nighttime in Hebrew called Erev, the mixed time. Says the Zohar, there was a group of people coming out of Egypt. What was their name when they came with us? Erev Rav.
תערובת הרבה, כאילו.
Why? They are mixtures. They're not us. They got mixed into our culture. Says the Zohar, those people were good people or bad people?
Very bad.
Until today, Bechor,
still
you suffer from those people, do you know? Mach Shimam Hamas, сколько плохие вещи сделали. 20, 30, 100 лет пройдет. This bad thing affects 100 years from now.
Of course.
Все, finish.
Okay. Like that, you mean, okay.
1,000 years from now, it's going to be affected. Until today, thousands of years, this Erev Rav will still, because of them, suffer. You know that or not? Why? Who made the golden calf? Erev Rav. The Torah didn't say Am Yisrael did it.
Yes.
רד, לך רד כי שיחת עמך אשר הוצאת
The
מארץ
nation that
מצרים.
you chose.
Hashem says to Moshe, Moshe, go down,
To your nation.
because the nation that you
Chose.
took out of Egypt made Avera.
Wasn't the Jews.
It doesn't say because Am Yisrael made Avera. לך רד כי שיחת עמך אשר הוצאת. You took them out מארץ
Why do we
מצרים.
have to suffer from that?
Says the Zohar, do you know who belongs to this group of people? Whoever does not say the words of the Torah clearly, he mixes the letters.
Wow.
Says the Zohar, ולא יאמרון להו בהלעתה כגוונה דערב רב. Rabbi, we don't need a rabbi in synagogue. I know how to read. וידבר משה אל משה לאמור. I make mistake, no problem, Rabbi. How many synagogues, Rabotai, thinking that they don't need a rabbi, they don't need a chazan, they don't need Baal Koreh. Mohammed Medonim, rabbi, mitchut naim, bar mitzvah mitchitali, amunga. Before you go to a synagogue, there's a lot of bar mitzvahs. The Baal Koreh knows how to read, or is Erev Rav? Who is he? You have to make sure, not say bravo, bravissimo to a person that doesn't know how to read. You have to come to his teacher. Hello, you're getting money. You doing your job right way or bad way? Tomorrow this child is going to read the Torah for the whole kahal. That's not a joke. That's not confetti and l'chaim l'chaim b'shifoi Yerushalayim. This is a serious matter. You're responsible for all the kahal's mitzvah right now. Monday budget, Thursday budget, Shabbat budget, Rosh Chodesh budget. How do you read the Sefer Torah? Ничего не понятно. The job of the Baalei Koreh, the job of the teacher of Bar Mitzvah has to be so responsible. That's not a joke. That's not Chai Rabbi. Don't be so, Atekash Negiret, Mes Ozabatka. Habibi, this is what the Zohar says. They eat Marbahun, Abasar, Odenu Ben Shinehem. Who was complaining about the meat in the desert, you know? Erev Rav. What they said? Этот man нам надоел уже. Says the Zohar, always the problem makers, it was them. Always the complainers in the desert, it was them.
Who was them, Rabbi? They were
Who were they? They were a group of people, no Jews. Goyim. They saw all the miracles Jewish people had and how much the Goyim suffered. They said we want to be on their side. They didn't want to convert to Judaism because they loved Hashem, they want to do follow Torah and mitzvot. Because of?
miracles they wanted.
We don't want to die. We will go with them. Whatever they say, we accept.
They went, no?
Hashem said they are fake. Don't take them out. Moshe Rabbeinu said, I'm taking them out.
Oh, Hashem told him not to?
Yeah.
I thought he didn't advise with us.
No. Hashem told him, don't take them out.
How come he did it, Rabbi?
Moshe Rabbeinu went against him.
Why? Why? He
And
didn't?
that's
choice.
Free choice. That's why he paid for that, the price.
That's the reason he did it.
Why do
He
do
paid
we
for that, the
suffer?
price.
I said I don't
If they
recommend
know the
you.
sins, they should be
but
all
you
suffering.
have a
Anytime you could have stopped somebody from sinning and you didn't stop him, you had silence means
You agree with
agreement. Bechor, you see a guy speaking in the synagogue. You don't tell him nothing. Rabbi, I don't want to be the bad guy. Kaddish. He wears tefillin, between tefillin, Riyad, Rosh, Gav. Hey, Habibi, he has no rules. Do you know, between tefillin shel Yad and tefillin shel Rosh, you're not allowed to speak in tefillin of Rashi and also in tefillin Rabbeinu Tam. These people don't know. Some people wear tefillin Rabbeinu Tam.
Yes.
They don't say bracha, it's Rabbeinu Tam. I'm not talking about two together. Talking about one after another.
Yes.
He wears tefillin Rabbeinu Tam with his friend, Habibi, what are you doing? I didn't say bracha. So why didn't say bracha? Tefillin of Riyad and Rosh by halacha is to be attached. The Torah says, "Vehayu letotafot ben einecha." What is vehayu? And they should be on your, one is on your hand, and the second one, ben einecha. The Gemara in Masechet Menachot says, why the Torah says, "Ukshartam leot al yadecha, vehaya letotafot ben einecha." Why vehayu? Na'ivrit say vehaya adin. Vehayu, plural. Why it says vehayu? To tell you that when you put the tefillin of head, you need to link it to the tefillin of the hand. So that's you're not allowed to talk between the tefillin shel yad to tefillin shel rosh. Even if you didn't say bracha. So now you see, come kaneso, you see this guy, chichi chacha, his friend, hello, tefillin, what are you doing? You didn't say nothing. You die after 120. In Shamayim, they judge you, you spoke in tefillin yad on rosh?
Yes.
Майчин кадам рабай, мауда винахс.
Два-три раза сказал, потом что?
That's something else.
He doesn't stop.
That's something else.
I'm tired. How much can you
put
repeat?
your effort. You said it.
Yeah.
You should say all the
Когда рабим там одевается и говорят кадыш, вы можете сказать обмен или нет?
So in such a case, says halacha, don't rub 7 times. One time, put the head and answer the kaddish.
No, if you didn't put the head, he's saying.
Understand?
No,
if you follow this, you always make enough time to make the kaddish. Always. Because the start of the kaddish, it gadal, it kadash, merav.
I said you missed one amen.
Okay, one amen you miss.
So you're not allowed to
But
talk.
the amen, yesh merav, you're not going to miss.
No, but if you don't put the head, no matter what, you can't talk.
No, you sure, you could talk.
Which
For
one?
tefillin of Rabbeinu Tam, not to miss the kaddish, you're allowed to say the amen. Got it?
Even if you don't have it on yet.
Yeah, even if you don't have it on. Between tefillin shel yad,
Because this has to do
to
with
tefillin shel rosh.
because this has to do with
There's no blessing.
prayer. That's why.
Right.
No blessing.
This has to do
There's
with
no
prayer.
blessing. Also.
Right.
You're not cutting out.
Now listen what it says. What happened, Rabotai, after the Erev Rav spoke? Says the Zohar, ולא הבו תחנין לב ולא היו טוחנים להוציאה מן הפה כראוי בשלמות. לכן נתמר בהוא ואף אדוני חרה בעם. The anger of Hashem aroused when? When the Erev Rav opened their mouth. Says the Zohar, you took out Sefer Torah. This guy read Sefer Torah, this Baal Koreh. Oh, Yushvoi onim. Hacho? Ya aliyah sam budu chitai. Where it says that you're supposed to read your own aliyah? Where does it say that? Did you prepare the aliyah? Или просто показаться хочешь, что Yushvoi onim, Yushvoi bovim. What does it have to do with this?
Ego and show off.
Says the Zohar, you go up Sefer Torah, Hashem is not happy with your reading. Ve'av Adonai hara ba'am. The anger of Hashem arouses on these people. Takoi Baal Koreh lebu v'shor. So now he tell me, Bechor, he went up, he read the millions of mistakes. Потом, Hashkava Rabbi.
А почему они его пускают? Рабай.
Pulima, Pulima, Pulima.
Pulimangao. Pulimangao.
Yaakov. Yaakov. Bechor. A person went up this al top of Aliyah. After that, he said, Rabbi, do Hashkava. Eshet Chai. Eshet Chai. הוא יחוס ויחמול וירחם על נפש רוח ונשמה מפרד בת זולייכו. Do you think מפרד בת זולייכו right now enjoys the hashkava, the reading, the brachot? She enjoys there or she suffers? What do you think?
Not really.
Why? Oh, מה פול דודם, ספר חומדם, ברכו גופתם. Why suffering?
Erev Rav Shudam.
Because you said it, everything mixed, you didn't prepare. You want to read Sefer Torah? Jonam Kti, prepare it. Before Shabbat, come, Rabbi, tomorrow I'm reading. Please check on me. I know how to read. I don't know how to read. That's very important, Rabotai. Many synagogues, Mincha of Shabbat. Kakoto Malado Mudayut, Rabbi will поддерживать, give him, attention, give him koach, give him, Beseder, no problem. But before Shabbat, come to the Rabbi. Rabbi, tomorrow I'm reading. Can you check on me? It's going to take 2 minutes out of your time. How long is the Mincha reading on Shabbat? 2 minutes, not longer than that. 5 minutes. Rabbi, check on me. 5 minutes, Rabbi. Check on me. I don't want to make any mistakes. Tomorrow I'm coming Mincha of Shabbat. Ra'avad Ra'avim. Most important part of the whole week is Mincha of Shabbat. What's going on?
Shulchan Aruch says this, by the way. You're supposed to review 2-3 times.
The Zohar says, and what if you don't? The Shulchan Aruch doesn't say. Says the Zohar, what if you don't? You equal in Hashem's eyes? Erev Rav. And what the Erev Rav opened their mouth, what Hashem said? Right away I'm upset. Ve'av Adonai hara ba'am. That's a Rabotai, every one of us. If we wouldn't know those secrets, we will continue this mistake. Baruch Hashem, we have the Zohar that reveals to us those secrets, not just to scare us. He reveals to us those secrets that we should not come to these mistakes. Knowing this information helps us to make HaKadosh Baruch Hu happy. Hashem is happy, He's going to shine on us always coming happy, our wife happy, our children happy, everybody happy. Because we make HaKadosh Baruch Hu always happy. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen. Rabbi Hanania ben Akashia omer, צא הקדוש ברוך הוא לזכות את ישראל, לתשמח הרבה להם תורה ומצוות, שנאמר אדוני חפץ למען צדקו, יגדיל תורה וידיר. יתגדל ויתקדש נהרה, ועמד דברה גדולתך, ועמלך מלכותך, ואצמח פותקנה וקרב נשכך, ויכון וביום נכון וחיים לכל בית ישראל.